Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of the Small Business Growth Podcast. I am so happy that you're here. Here we teach you how to stand out and sell out on social media by building a ride or die community around your brand. Everything we do here is teach in a fun, conversational type of way. Not like those shows teaching in like a talk show, preaching at you. This is me and you having a conversation. Throughout the episode, you'll hear guided questions. You'll hear me chatting as if you were sitting across from me drinking coffee. I like to say this podcast is like sipping coffee with a biz bestie. It's you and I. We're sharing tactical business growth advice, and we like to teach in a fun, conversational type of way. If you're new here, I am your host, Madison Page. I am a business growth specialist, helping you learn how to stand out and sell out on social. I love really diving into the relationship side of business, social media, branding, community, all of the things, and we build industry-leading communities in this world. If that's what you're interested in, stay tuned. Today we're talking about the most important skill of a successful business owner. I have worked with over 300 business owners closely, as well as thousands of others in other capacities. And truly, it comes down to this. This topic is one of the most, or the biggest, excuses in life that I have seen. So stick around. If you're new here, I just want to take a second to welcome you. Hello. I am so happy that you're here. Make sure that you subscribe. We put out new episodes every Tuesday and Friday. If you are all about building community around your brand, living your big, audacious life, as well as your freepreneur lifestyle, I am so happy that you're here. If you're not new here, welcome back, girlfriend. Happy that you made it again. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure that you check out anywhere that you can see the podcast, and realize we have expanded on to YouTube as well. YouTube is an incredible platform where you and I can actually sit and chat and sip our morning coffees and have real conversation. That's what it's all about. Click the link in the show notes and you can move on over to YouTube to watch this episode as well. Without further ado, let's dive in to the most important skill of a successful business owner. Like I said, I've worked with a lot of different types of businesses. I've worked with people across different industries with different stages of business. Some people making $1,000, some people making a couple $100,000. I've worked with people, I've run an over $1 million business before, and it really comes down to this one skill. If you can really master it, you can see success quicker, as well as you can scale a lot quicker as well. If you've read any business or habits or self-development book, this is not going to come as a shock to you, but it's time management and self-discipline. We're going to talk about time management today. Anytime I post anything about time management, it is one of my most listened to, my most watched, whatever that is. And I wanted to provide this for you. I gave a little bit of some time management tips for the holiday season or just in general a couple episodes ago. You can go back and listen to that one as well if you'd like the topic of time management. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about overcoming the excuses of time management, because it is one of the biggest areas of excuses in life, as well as with my clients and business. So we're going to really dive into the excuses and what's necessary for time management. When I say self-discipline, I mean you being able to get up and tell yourself what you need to do today and kind of manage yourself. Time, like really, truly, you have so many things to do on your plate. Everybody has a little different plate that they're dealt, but some people took more green beans, some people took more turkey. Everybody has a little bit of a different plate, but we all are given the same size plate. We all have 24 hours in a day, and we all have the same options of what we can do. Of course, there's privilege in some ways. Some people have kids, some people have other jobs. There's a lot of different options of what we can do in there, but we do all have 24 hours. So really learning what works for you in time management is one of the most important ways to do it. Now, like I said in that other episode, I am somebody that finds time management and self-discipline very easy. I was always somebody taking online courses. In college, I was taking a huge credit, I have worked really, really over-consuming jobs. I understand what it's like to have a very busy schedule, but I've always been somebody that can manage my time very wisely. We
all have a lot going on. Everyone is busy. This is why when business owners are like, well, my ideal customer is busy moms. I don't think any mom would say that they're not busy. I don't think anybody would say they're not busy. My grandfather that lives in an elderly community center still says, oh, I'm busy, and he has nothing to do. All day long, he sits and watches documentaries on aliens, all right? Like, that's just what it is, and everybody still says that they are busy. And so by saying, like, everyone is busy, everyone feels like they have a lot going on in their day, but everybody has the same hours in the day. Elon Musk to Sarah Blakely to whoever your business icon is, you have the same hours a day as them. And of course, some people have different privileges, some people have ADD, whatever that might be, but we do all have 24 hours in a day. And so we have to be able to look at it and manage it. It's all on how you manage your time. It's all on how you prioritize it and what you cut out. And so a question I get really often is, Maddie, when do I know to go full time in my business? How do I have so much going on. How do I manage a 9 to 5, making dinner for my children and still trying to build this business? Now, I salute you. I've had people in my classes that are full-time students and have a full-time job and are trying to build their business. I understand that you have very few hours in your actual week to dedicate to your business. And I commend you and honestly fully salute you there, because that sounds like your plate is so full. It sounds like an anxious nightmare in my book. So I fully understand that that is the case. You might have a 9 to 5, you might have kids, whatever. I can't wait until I have kids and my business, but I know that I'm going to be able to figure it out. It might not be perfect by any means, but I'm going to be able to figure it out because I will just adjust the ways of my time management. You have to be able to see what works for you. It's all on how you manage it. It's all on how you prioritize it and what you are willing to cut out of your day to day. This is one of the conversations I have with my clients a lot is they're like, well, Maddie, like I can't get some of these things done because I only have 2 hours a week to spend on my business. And that's fine. And time management is one of those things that I struggle to teach on. Why that is because I live alone. I guess I don't live alone. I live with my wonderful boyfriend, but I don't have kids. I don't have kids. I do this full time. I work from home, so I have no commute. So I understand there's few things. I don't have a lot of those external factors, as well as it comes very easily to me. It's something that I struggle to talk about because I understand everybody's life is a little bit different. However, it is one of those things that if you want to build a business, you need to grind for it. And you need to have time. It's not something that's just going to like poof and it works for you. There needs to be very distinguished time that you're spending on growing your business. It takes time, it takes a lot of effort, and it takes a lot of behind the scenes. And my business owners, my friends, or my clients, who are my friends, that really know and understand that, and they dive into it, and they're like, yes, I know my life is going to be crazy. I love a full schedule. I do love to stay busy. Those are the clients that see the biggest, the most direct success. The clients that are able to look at it and be like, yep, I'm in. I want to do that. I love a busy schedule. I thrive on a busy schedule. I have built balance in my life just because I lived so long with a busy schedule that I don't always want that. But I used to say I'd rather be busy than bored. And I kind of love being busy. When I have a full calendar, I love it. Of course, there's people around, but I know that about myself. It's a topic I struggle to talk on because it kind of is a tough love topic for me, where I have to tell you, if you have a 9 to 5 and you have kids and you have all of these things, you have to understand where you need to prioritize and really adjust your expectation for growth based on the 2 hours a week that you have to commit to your business. Now, one of my clients the other day called me, and she was in PTP, which is my signature program to get you to consistent sales. I get this call very often of, Maddie, my sales have totally exploded. When do I know to go full time? And my question there, or my response there, was, she's young, she has no kids, she has low bills. And I said, you need to know what you need to survive, but you are making $20,000 a month in your business. Can you pay yourself? Can you look at these things? But what would you do? You're working 20 hours at your other job, which I guess isn't a 9 to 5, but you get the deal. She's working 20 hours at her other job. What would you do with those extra 20 hours for your business? Do you think you would be able to grow and expand more? The more time you can spend, the quicker your growth. Of course, that's always paired with strategy. Of course, that's always paired with really, truly understanding how to build a business. You can use strategy and spend an hour on social media, but there's a lot more to do behind your business than just social media. When I was building this business, I was a full-time college student and I was running my family's business. I was taking 20 credits. I got 2 degrees in 3.5 years. I was taking 20 college credits. I was starting this business as well as I was running, managing, and setting up my family's other business as well. And so I know what it's like to grind until midnight, 1 a.m. And I get that. I get that it's not very fun, but it was something that I wanted to do and I was really excited about it. And I equate those months. I am so proud of the girl that did that in those months to be able to be where I am today. She started, she grinded, she listened to the podcast episodes, she was doing the things, she attended so many like courses and trainings, master classes, podcasts. Oh my gosh, that girl was gritty. And that's why I was able to have my business that I have today, was because I could manage my time back then. I can manage my time now, but I have now chosen to not feel like I have to be so structured because I was able to do it back then, that now my business is set up and there's things working behind the scenes, as well as I have experienced and learned the strategy and how to make it happen for me, that it doesn't have to take as much time out of my day. So this is really a topic with the most amount of excuses in life. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. I can't get that done. And there's some truth to it in everything that we do. However, there's also truth to the fact that it's how you manage your time. How many hours a week are you watching Netflix? What are you doing when you're watching Netflix? Now, you deserve rest. You deserve rest. You deserve a day that you don't have to focus on your business. But if you're trying to grind, build this business, build this long lifestyle, it is something that you just sometimes have to be able to get up and over. This community, my clients are clients that are down for the sickness, my friend, of they're driven. They want balance. We all want balance. We want freedom in our lives. We want our business to be set up, but that doesn't come with needing time management. When I talk about the freepreneur lifestyle, this is the major meaning behind everything that I do, is so I can live this freepreneur lifestyle, that I have balance. This doesn't mean that I'm not working. This means that I'm working and I'm being structured and strategic in the time, and I'm managing my time incredibly efficiently, that when I don't want to be, or when my boyfriend wants to go do something, or when people are hanging out and I don't want to be this structured, I don't have to be. And that is really the key, is that you have to manage your time when you can, so when you don't have to be, it doesn't always have to be. When you don't want to be, it doesn't have to be. Blah, blah, blah. That was a whole mishmash of words, but you get what I'm saying there. Is the freepreneur lifestyle doesn't mean that you don't have to work. This doesn't mean that you have to work 1 day a week or 2 days a week. This means that you have more time there. So if you can learn how to manage your time and have self-discipline, it allows you to get more done in the time that you're doing, be more productive. Now, if you're like, okay, Maddie, you're kind of preaching to us here, I just want to let you know, you can click the link in the show notes. There's a full training of my exact planning process that I go through every week, month, day, whatever, to get you to this very, to really manage my time and be more productive, to stay self-disciplined. If you want to know my exact process, it's completely free. Click the link in the show notes and you can utilize those there. It's really, really important to fully understand what it is to manage your time and be self-disciplined. You need to find something that works for you. What works for me might not work for somebody else. I know that I struggle when my boyfriend's at home just hanging out. I want to just hang out. I want to watch movies. I want to make homemade pizzas, and I want to sit on the couch and just chill. I want to, that's all that I want to do. I know that I struggle with that. I know that when he has a more free schedule, it makes me want to just go hang out with them. I struggle to say no to people. Your girl is a FOMO girl, okay? And so I know I struggle with that, so I try to, it's a common practice. I also know when I'm more structured and I have more routine in my life, I work better. And so that means sometimes I try to be more structured. Sometimes when I know I need to get a lot done, I am structured. I wake up and I know the structure that works. How I know those things is because I've tested a lot of different ways for my business. You need to learn yourself. You need to test the things that work for you, and you need to really see what works for you versus what doesn't. Some people don't work with timers. Some people really work with timers. I would set a timer for 50 minutes and I would sit and I would work hard and I would do the thing. And when I like really have a full to-do list, I do it all the time. I set the timer, I'm doing the thing, that's great. But on a normal work day, that isn't something that's necessary. Now, when I'm in a grind time and I'm in a push time, I know that those things work for me. I set timers, I listen to my Focus EDM music, and if you want some of those things, go back to that episode. I think it's 2 episodes ago where I talk about time management, but this is more around understanding that everybody is different with their time. We all have this plate. Our plate is all 24 hours, but our pieces of our plate are all different. We have time for family. You deserve time to hang out with your family. If you need a 9 to 5 to like fulfill your job before you can build your business, that's great. That's fine. But so you have a 9 to 5, you want to spend 2 hours a day with your kids. What time do you have to wake up in the morning? What time can you go to bed? And your health, all of the things. It's hard to balance when you have a lot of things on your plate, but understanding business takes time, and if you can manage your time better, if you can plan your days better, and if you can be more strategic and fully understand it, honestly, one of the biggest pieces of time management is not wasting time trying to figure out a strategy. It's not wasting time trying to just DIY. The time that you're wasting creating content that doesn't have a strategy is really what it comes down to. This is why in PTP, which is my signature program to help you get to consistent sales, a lot of my clients say by the end of it, holy cow, like what do I even need to do? Because they're not wasting time coming up with content anymore because it just becomes second nature. When you do learn the skill of being a business owner and being a marketer and selling, it doesn't take as much time because you're not questioning yourself. You're not second guessing. You're not like, what do I need to post today? You just kind of know. And it brings people from taking hours on social media, taking 1 hour a day on social. They just know how to show up and react to your business. And so time management comes down to strategy, understanding strategy of what you need to do. It comes down to planning, plan out your days. It comes out to really learning yourself, of figuring all of those things out. Now, if you want a strategy that works for me, that has allowed me to go to college, run 2 businesses at a time, and have a full schedule and build this business, click the link in the show notes. I have a free training there, completely free, no strings attached. You can kind of dive on into that there and really see what works for you. Test it, try it. Maybe my things don't work for you. Watch some other videos, see what other people do. I know like Elon Musk says he only schedules 15-minute appointments. They go back to back to back to back. He needs 0 breaks. That would burn me out. That would totally burn me out. I can't do that. Did I do that? Did I time block and have like very distinctive times when I was really building my business and planning it out? Yes. What you are going to learn in that free training isn't me at my most structured self. It's me and how I build my freepreneur life on my day-to-day. Now you can learn how to be structured and you can learn how to be in a little bit more flow, but you need time. You need balance. You need time in there. So you need to plan out your days, your weeks, your months. Without a plan, without a schedule, you need to create a schedule for success. Without a plan, daily, weekly, monthly, you waste so much time just trying to figure out what to do. And that's really what it comes down to. So I'm not here to harp on you. I know that you live an incredibly busy life, but everybody has a busy life. It is how you use it. It's auditing what your day-to-day looks like and figuring out what we can do to find different gaps there. If that means
going from 40 hours a week to 30 hours a week in your business or in your 9 to 5 and taking those extra 10 hours a week, 40 hours a month. Can you imagine having an extra 40 hours a month to work on your business? What growth could you see if you had an extra 40 hours this month? That is so much. And you're chasing your dreams. Of course, you might be losing 10 hours a week in your 9 to 5. And I'm not one to be like, quit your job right now. Like, you need to make the decision that works for you. All right. I get that. You need to make the decision that really, like, you have bills, you have to feed yourself. You might have kids you need to feed and take care of. I get that. But if you can make it happen, you need to figure out where you can find those extra hours, because building a business does take time. Either you stay up later, you cut hours elsewhere, or you find something that works for you to be more productive. And that skill really is the skill of the most successful business owners I know. The people that I work with public figures. I work with people, I've worked with influencers, I've worked with public figures, I've worked with celebrities, I've worked with a lot of different people as business owners. And I've worked with stay-at-home moms, and I've worked with people that work 9 to 5s. I've worked with college kids, and the ones that are the most disciplined, that have the busiest schedules, and they know how to keep it, and they know how to manage their time, they get a shitload done in a week. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so impressed with the clients that often are celebrities or influencers or have like big time 9 to 5 jobs. It's because they understand time management. If you talk to successful business owners, it's how can you manage your time and how can you use it most effectively? That right there is really so important. So I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope you're not feeling like I just kicked you while you were down, but understanding if you can really figure out time management, which download that free training. I'll show you what works for me and how I plan it out and what that all looks like. And really getting that. How can you plan? How can you audit your time? And that training will go over how to audit your time and my major time management softwares and things like that really work for me and my processes and things like that. So go check that out. I hope that this was at least helpful for you. Save this episode when you need a kick in the butt for time management. It's a great thing to focus on in 2024 as we move into a new year. What is something that you can adjust? It is this time management. I hope that this was helpful for you. I have a lot of clients that we've really worked on this time management with them. This is a point where it's easy to make a lot of excuses. I'm somebody too, and I know when I'm doing it, when I'm like, let me just watch one more episode of Selling Sunsets, even though I know I should be working. And we all deserve those breaks, but you do need to know when it's time to grind and manage your time. So I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Click the link in the show notes. Just fill in your first name and your email, and this free training will plop into your email. I hope that it's helpful for you. I love you. I'm rooting for you, and I'm in your corner always.